ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Subscribe.
Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Hot Toys action figure review on the Hot Toys Spider-Man Far From Home movie masterpiece MMS 541 Deluxe Stealth Suit Spider-Man / Night Monkey 1/6 scale collectible figure. Try to get your Hot Toys, you can do so at big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below. And while you're down there, I ask you to kindly hit that like button, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And I really like this packaging over here. I had to go with the older review style so I could show off everything over here, and I really like this holographic clear plastic that we're getting over this image. You can see the reflections right here from my lamps, looking really cool. Anyway, as you wrap around right here, you can see the gray and the smoke at the bottom, looking really neat. And then right here on the back, you get warning stuff on this side, similar thing where it says Spider-Man. It kind of wraps around. I like how this looks like Mysterio, by the way. And then on the top, it says Spider-Man Stealth Suit, and then on the bottom, it says Spider-Man Far From Home. And you can slip this off into the Hot Toys plop, and then take off this cover right over here. I wish there was a magnet holding this together, but this flaps open right here, and then you get this nice wraparound image just on this side of the Molten Man and the Stealth Suit Spider-Man, looking very, very cool. I like that a lot. On the back, you can see this Mysterio digital effect. There's all the people responsible for creating the figure, including Colin Grant. And then on this side, you just get that same spot varnished Spider logo on the side right over there. And then you can see Mysterio right here on this side, and then inside here, you can see the figure in there. All right, let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here is Night Monkey out of the packaging, not looking too bad. I'm going to talk more about the things that I like about this figure. We'll also discuss the things that I do not like, but first, let's get a closer look at the accessories. If you get the regular version, this is all you get. There's also the Molten Man Base, which we'll take a closer look at in a second, but you get 5 sets of interchangeable hands, fisted hands, web-grabbing hands, whipping hands, relaxed hands, and wall-crawling hands, which all look fantastic. And then you get these standard issue webs that we've been getting with all our Spider-Man figures. Oop, I forgot one web, but yeah, there's another whipping web right there. You get this new grabbing web right over here, which I like quite a bit. An extra set of wrist pegs in case you break any. And you get the splayed out web right over here, which we've seen countless times before. And then you get an interchangeable neck for the figure, which I think is really cool. So it does not come with a Tom Holland maskless head. However, when you get your figure, you can go ahead and pop the neck off right over there, and then plug this in, and then make sure not to catch the collar while you're porting this on that ball peg. So now you get this brand new neck right here. Again, it doesn't come with a maskless Tom Holland head sculpt in the direction, so you could only use the Far From Home upgraded suit, but this is the Homecoming Spider-Man regular suit right here. If you try to use the Iron Spider suit, it will not work, but yeah, the regular Homecoming head sculpt, even though the flesh tone doesn't match 100% perfectly, it looks good enough for me, you know what I mean? I think that looks really good. Very happy with that. That's really cool. But anyway, popping this right back on here and looking at these different eyepiece options, you have this one right here, and it looks pretty good. You can see the eyes are not the same, you know, and it does protrude from the face a little bit, but you get these interchangeable eyepieces right here. So I just showed a squinty one right there. So you get the wide-eyed option if you want to do that, and of course you get 2 squinty eyes right here, and then you get 2 regular size eyes right over there. Then you have this other set of lenses right here that have a hinge right in between the eyes right here on the forehead, so you could swing these up if you want that display option. You can do that as well. And briefly looking at these hands over here, I really like them a lot. You get some variety of texturing, which I really dig. See, the flesh tone looks really good on all of these, so yeah, really happy to have these nicely sculpted, nicely painted hands. I gotta say, I'm also really happy with the functionality of swapping the wrists out, or the hands out anyway, because the wrists are being choked up in here with all this fabric, so I haven't had anything pop off on me, so it's just a lot easier to pop the hands on and off than most of my Hot Toys figures. And then we get what is exclusive for the deluxe version. We get this Molten Man Base, which I absolutely love. This thing is so sick, and it does come with a dynamic posing stand. As you can see, you just screw it into this piece of concrete or fake concrete. I'm going to twist this out of here, and I just want to show really quick how, you know, it does have articulation throughout as you expect, and it has the felted clamp right there, so that's very nice to have. But holy crap, this thing is amazing. Okay, so you need your own 3 AAA batteries, and you just store them in there, and then you have 2 different options for turning this on. You have option 1 where the light just goes on, and with my lights off around here, you can see that glows a lot brighter, and man, that looks so freaking cool. I really love this. And then option 2, go to off and then go to option 2, it'll kind of like have a glowing pulse kind of thing going where it's not just one steady, yeah, you can see it dimming a little bit, and you can kind of see like these waves going up and down. That is really neat. Oh man, I really like that a lot. That is so sick. That's just coming across really well on camera, I think. I think that is really cool. Wow, all kinds of details on this is oh man, yeah, this base is badass. I knew right away when I saw the pre-order go up for this, I was like, oh, I'm getting this base right here. That is just too sick. But yeah, man, I'm gonna switch on to the light just staying on and get a closer look with that feature working, because it just makes everything look better and you can see things a lot clearer. I love the face on the Molten Man right there. That is so dope, man. I mean, even shutting it off, you can see those paint details and everything right there. So yeah, this thing is sick. And it's, you know, there's still a decent amount of light in this garage right now, and it shines pretty bright. So I'm really happy with that. And man, the whole, you know, lava splashing effect right here looks great. You get some rocks hanging around right over here, kind of floating, getting thrown about. Dude, this is so badass. I really dig this a lot. Oh, I love how you can see the pieces flying around the hand. You get some more lava splash right there. That is so sick. I kind of want to turn on these lights though so you can see the rock and concrete detail, because that looks amazing. You can really see a lot of nice color variation right around here, especially around the port. So nice sculpt as well. So I could look at this thing all day. This is just amazing. And to give you an idea of the size of this thing for your display, you can see it's at about 11 inches across, and then to the top of the hand right there, I'm measuring it to be at around 7 inches tall. Gets to the top of that dynamic stand, you can see it's closer to the 11-inch mark. I really like how the eyes are looking off to the left right here. I think that is very cool, especially because it reminds me very much of the Homecoming head sculpt, so they're both looking in the same direction, and I just think that's very funny how that works out very well. And it looks like Tom Holland underneath there, right? The eyes look pretty good. I like that we get this nice texturing. You know, you can feel the cotton almost, even though it's hard plastic, and you get these nice detailed straps throughout right there, looking very dope. I really like that a lot. So you can see a little buckle attaching everything, and then there's the top of the head. So I'm going to go ahead and put on the hinged eyepieces right over here. And while you may have seen it, I didn't mention that there's a magnet holding all of that together. So I'm just going to swing that down, and yeah, for whatever reason, that looks like it just sits on the face or on the mask a lot better to me. Now, as far as paint detail goes, you're not going to see a lot on this figure. It's a stealth suit, so what you're looking at more than anything is just different fabrics and, you know, slight details and sculpt and stuff throughout. I like that you can shift these around right over here. That really does help with articulation, and, you know, I'll get into the articulation in a moment, but yeah, I really do like the articulation on this figure. Nice looking elbow pad, or it's more of like a forearm piece right there. The web shooters are great. You could rotate them around. Nice detail on those web shooters too, so it really helps rotating that to where it needs to be. It looks very natural when you make him or when you get him into a thwipping pose. And yeah, man, that texture, especially when you see things brightened up, it looks really good. You can see the zipper going down the middle, and then there's the stealth suit straps right there, and you get these little lines right here looking pretty good. You can see the lines coming throughout right there, and then there's the back of the figure, and then there's the belt, and along with the Spidey butt, little details right over here I didn't notice before. This whole thing frustrates me. I'll get into the articulation, but it just sucks that you can't rotate this or really get this out of the way along with the knee pads. So when you bend the knees, it always looks really weird. I do want to demonstrate that now because, I mean, it doesn't look that weird right over here, but if you move the leg outward or you want to rotate that upper thigh joint and you bend the knee, now the knee is bending along the side seam of the knee pad, and that just looks awful to me. I always hate how that looks, so that really bothers me a lot. And as we move down the side of the leg right here and look at the boots, it looks bad. I could see people kind of getting really pissed off at this because you get 3 different pieces right here between the shoe and then the boot right here. But I like it. I actually like that you have this all broken up right here. You could rotate this around and all this, and it gets broken up fairly easy right there. But there's so many pieces shifting around that, you know, you can hide it. And I like having the articulation. I mean, look at that ankle pivot right there. That makes me really happy. However, it gets a bit gappy, and now I just wrote a song. So anyway, looking at the top of the feet right there, you could see the wrinkles, and yeah, I get this very smooth transition into the toe articulation, which actually did snap off on me, but I was able to glue it back together, and I could still articulate both toe joints right there. So that, you know, I wasn't happy about it. Oh, and there it goes again! Son of a bitch! I gotta re-glue that. Oh, that's so frustrating. Ah, damn it. But yeah, you can see that nice dirt and everything at the bottom of the feet. Okay, I got it working again. Yeah, so I can get it bending that much. And big thanks to Siri Emerald for hooking me up with this glue. This is what I've been using. So yeah, check out his YouTube channel. Link in the description below. He does Saturday morning unboxings with his Hot Toys. So yeah, tune in. So at first I was really hoping this figure would have the level of articulation and flexibility as the homemade suit, but it's just not quite there. Anyway, with the head and neck joints together, you can get him looking all the way up, which is fantastic. I really like that. Can get him looking all the way down as well. And then you do get side-to-side motion and great head pivoting with both the head and neck joints right there. You get a butterfly joint that moves forward and back. Again, the direction, so you could shift this up and down to help with articulation. You can get the shoulders moving all the way up above his head, which is awesome. I really like that a lot. So that is very cool. Can move him back. You get a bicep swivel in there, double jointed elbows, and then the wrist turns side to side and hinge horizontally or up and down depending on how you have that configured. And then you also have a diaphragm joint in here that turns a little bit of pivoting. It will crunch forward some, back some. With both waist and ab crunch or diaphragm joint, he'll move forward that much, and with both joints, he will move just back that far. The legs will move outward, and you cannot really get him kicking forward so easily. It's very frustrating because this material right here is too stiff to allow the leg to stay in place, so it just wants to drop back down. I keep trying to like squeeze it over the belt, but it just sinks right back down, and that is super frustrating. That bums me out. The legs don't really move back. You get the upper thigh cut right here, and then the double jointed knees, again, not quite hitting the knee pad like I'd like. Can turn this above the ankle joint right here, so that'll turn and shift up and down. And then, I just popped the foot off, but yeah, these right here will turn side to side. So you can turn the foot side to side, you can move it downward, you can move it upward, you get that toe articulation as discussed, and you get beautiful ankle pivot. And I guess you could shift it side to side right over there at the ankle. I mean, there's a lot of room for movement. You'll get your gaps and stuff, but you know, I think it's great that you can move this around. It's just that knee joint. Look how bad that looks right there. It's so off. Now to measure out the height of this Night Monkey figure, you can see that he is standing right at about the 12-inch mark. Then for our Tom Holland Hot Toys Spider-Man figure comparison, we have our Night Monkey figure next to the Iron Spider, and then we have the homecoming suit Spider-Man, and then the homemade suit Spider-Man over there, and I'm definitely going to pick up the upgraded suit. Cannot wait for that one. I gotta say, if you're a Marvel Legends collector and you're trying to get into Hot Toys and you want a Spider-Man, I do recommend the homemade suit for Marvel Legends collectors, even though it doesn't come with toe articulation and the rest of these do. However, out of the 4 of these, the homecoming one is my favorite. And then here's the Far From Home stealth suit Spider-Man next to the PS4 Spider-Man video games negative suit Spider-Man. And I don't have the Spider-Man 3 black suit Spider-Man. I will eventually pick that up later on, but as for now, I want to make this comparison right over here. And then for a stealthy Hot Toys figure comparison, we have our stealth suit Hot Toys Spider-Man next to our stealth suit Hot Toys Mark 7 repaint Iron Man. And it is kind of funny how Hot Toys, you know, was an Iron Man producing line, and then now it's really a Spider-Man producing line. I mean, of course, they make the other figures too, like the Nebula figure I just reviewed, but still, it's been a lot of Spider-Man figures lately from Hot Toys. And then here's the stealth suit Spider-Man next to the Hot Toys Nick Fury from the Winter Soldier movie, and I'm really happy to have this figure. However, I wish he was a little bit taller, right? Shouldn't he be even taller, right? And then for your Far From Home stealth suit figure comparison, we have the Hot Toys version next to the Marvel Legends version, and yeah, you could see all the added details on this Hot Toy that we are not getting on the Marvel Legend. And then here's the Hot Toys stealth suit Spider-Man next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends big time badass Spider-Man. Hey brother, whoa, nice stealth suit. Hey, can yours do this? Nope, but Are you trying to take off your pants again, brother? Ew, gross! What's wrong with you? God, brother. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be going back to the Marvel Legends reviews starting tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. If you liked the video, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And a big thank you to all these people over here that support this channel via the Tron and membership. And this figure is a lot of fun. I really like this thing a lot. The base is so freaking cool, but I do like the figure on its own as well. I can understand why people wouldn't want the base. You know, you need the space for the base. But this figure is dope. I have my gripes about it, of course. My biggest gripe really being just that the legs cannot stay up at the hip. When you move the legs upward, it's a Spider-Man figure. I want the legs to stay up so I can get him into dynamic Spider-Man poses, and with this figure, you just cannot do it. I don't know if there's a way to mod that or what, man. I'm just very frustrated that you can't get his legs staying up, so that really does bother me. And I did have that snap at the foot, so there's that too. So yeah, some things happen over here. Not everything about this figure is absolutely perfect, not anywhere near it, but still a very, very cool piece. And at the price point of around 300 bucks, yeah, this deluxe version is going to cost you around 300 bucks. I'm going to give this Far From Home Spider-Man figure a Sud rating of I love it. And I'd like to know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comment section below. I'd like you guys to stay tuned for a giveaway announcement coming soon to the channel, so stay tuned for that as well. If you want to see the latest in Marvel news, you can find it all over at marvelousnews.com. And if you want to stay in touch with me on social media, check me out over on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. Hope you guys all have a great Valentine's Day, and I will catch you guys later. Peace!
Crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face.